Another brick fan here with a polybag review. This is Cat. This is set 30574, was released in March 2020, has 55 pieces, no minifigures, and cost about $5 when it was released. Let's get this open up and built, and then I'll show you each of the 3 models you can build with the pieces in this set. Here is the main build and the namesake of the polybag. This is the Cat. I think he looks great, and these eyes just put the cuteness level way over the top, the way that they are super big and done in this nice coloring as well. The legs are all on ball joints, so they do articulate pretty well, and if you manipulate him just right, you can get him to stand on 3 legs just fine. Using the tail, you can probably get him to sit up as well. The head will articulate, also giving you the ability to do a lot of posability with this particular figure. There he is, and standing up. I like the way they use the clip pieces here to provide the look of whiskers. The ears are done cleverly on this 1x2 rounded plate. And then the quarter round tiles here. The tail is just a couple of pieces, but once again on a ball joint, so you can position this tail in lots and lots of different ways. Use a lot of these sloped pieces here to provide a nice smooth finish to the cat. The back of his head's a little bit of exposed brick here. Would have been nice to see that made a little bit smoother perhaps. But certainly from this angle, this is a very good looking cat and a really nice little polybag build. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the other builds from this set. Here's one of the alternate builds. This is the Ostrich. It doesn't look too bad. I think the eyes are a little out of proportion, although the way they did the head is actually quite clever. How they just did a angled piece here, the slope, and then the connector here with a ball joint and these slopes underneath. It looks a little bit unfinished, but if you just glance at it, I think it looks okay. The head makes it a little bit top heavy. Therefore, you have to position the legs just right to get him to be stable. But you do get a lot of articulation, of course, through the use of that ball joint. The wings are pretty rudimentary, just some of the 2x2 angled pieces on these clip pieces here. Feet are done similarly with the clip and then the slopes here, and just some 1x2 plates on the bottom here. I do like the back here, this tail done with these quarter rounds. Gives it a little bit of character and a little bit of texturing with the jumper plate here in the middle. Overall, not too bad, but certainly my least favorite of the 3 builds that we have here. Let's move on to the last build. The last build for this Pelican polybag is a crab. I think this looks pretty decent given the parts that they have to work with. The eyes might still be a little bit out of proportion. In fact, the only thing that I think they look really good on is the cat, but they seem all right. It was nice touch using the 1x2 with the ball joint connector here to give the eyes a lot of articulation. Of course, each of the claws here have articulation as well. The claws can't open and close, obviously, but you do get a nice representation by the use of these pipe pieces here, which I think look pretty good. The feet are very minimalistic, just the 1x1 with a clip on there for the 4 feet that go around the bottom. The back of the shell is done with these nougat sloped pieces. Doesn't look too bad from the back, not a lot of exposed studs. Pretty smooth construction here because of the way it is put together. Seems relatively stable with those 4 1x1s as his feet. And you can pose him pretty well and make him look more aggressive or do lots of different things because you can position all of the different parts quite a bit because of the ball joints. Overall, pretty good and nicely done with the pieces that it comes with, but in my opinion, the cat is definitely the best of the 3 builds. Let's go back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Overall, I really like the cat. It's an excellent little build. I think the crab is a pretty good look as well. The ostrich is a little simplistic, but I guess it looks all right. Therefore, you get 3 pretty decent builds out of this one polybag. It's all done with only 55 pieces, which is pretty impressive. They can get 3 separate builds that all look pretty good out of the 55 pieces in the polybag. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this polybag. I'm going to get going on my next video. Until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Take a look at some of my other polybag reviews that I've linked here on the screen. Subscribe to my channel to see more of my content.